Hello, hello, hello! I'm so excited. I haven't filmed in a while because I went out of town, so all of my videos were pre-filmed, so this is the first time I'm like sitting down, filming again, and you can tell I'm very excited. So today's video is going to be all about drugstore dupes for popular eyeshadow palettes, and these are dupes that are both, I guess, dupes in color, but also formula. I thought that was really, really important. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I did do like a full dupes video a while ago, like last year. And that's like one of my best videos ever as far as like what people like to see, I guess. So actually, yeah, comment down below if you found my channel through that video because I'd be interested to know because that video has like over 1.5 million views, which is crazy. Like I don't know, like I didn't really ever expect a video of mine to get over 1 million views, so like that was like mind-blowing and I'm really, really happy about it. So hopefully you guys are excited to see this video right here, and we're just gonna go ahead and get right to it, starting off with my personal favorite palette of all time, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. You can see it's very well loved, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful palette. I love the warm tones. I love the range of colors. I love the pigmentation, but this guy is a little bit more on the pricier side, a little bit more on the high-end side, but I have found like a pretty good dupe. There isn't an exact dupe for this, but there's a pretty good dupe, and it is the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette in the shade Warm Neutrals. Now, if you can see these shades and these shades, they're just so similar to each other, you know what I mean? And I mean, by no means is it like an exact dupe in like the shape or, you know, the exact color range, but I just feel like if you're going for a warm neutral palette, but you don't want to break the bank, then this would probably be your guide, just because I feel like there are a lot of similar shades, and this is actually what I used today to create this eye makeup look. Really love how it turned out, and the only thing that I would say is missing from the NYX palette is this one shade right here, Love Letter, but other than that, I feel like these shades are just so similar, so you could definitely create very, very similar looks, pretty much the exact same looks with this guy, besides that shade Love Letter. So let me do a few swatches so I can show you guys the comparison. So this is the ABH palette. Very nice, very nice. And then this is the pretty much exact same shade from the NYX palette, and you can see it is pretty much the exact same quality and same pigmentation. They are very buttery, both of them, honestly. And I just want to do like a few more swatches just to show you guys the quality comparison. So that's ABH, and let's do the NYX. This is the NYX shade. So very, very similar in the actual formula. You can see it's just very buttery, very smooth, very pigmented. Let's do one more. So this is going to be Antique Bronze from ABH. So gorgeous, one of my favorite shades from this palette. And then this one is from the NYX palette. So you can see, again, pretty much the same exact color and pretty much the same pigmentation. Very buttery, very smooth, very pigmented. I love it. So yeah, if you're going for the same kind of look, just very warm, very neutral, but you don't want to spend $50 on a palette, this is definitely a great way to go. Okay, this next palette is probably like the easiest duped palette on the planet. So it is the Urban Decay Naked palette, and for that matter, honestly, the Naked 1, the Naked 2, the Naked 3, they're all very, very easily duped, but I did want to mention them because you got options, girl. Oh boy, okay, you got some options. So this palette, obviously, you guys know, I think this is probably one of my essentials. I feel like every makeup lover should own shades like this because they just, you know, you're gonna use them. You're gonna use them. That's all I'm trying to say. But there are so many dupes now for this palette for that reason, because everybody kind of knows now that y'all gonna use shades like this. So the first palette that is like pretty much an exact dupe is this one from Makeup Revolution. So these are the two palettes side by side. They are like, I'm gonna turn it around this way just so you guys can see. Ooh, I just dropped stuff. But I'm gonna turn it around just so you guys can see like the exact, I guess, you know, what am I trying to say here? The exact order of the shadows and how similar they are. They each come with 12 shades. They each come in like the exact same order of shades. You can see it starts off from like the cream shades and then moves to blues at the end, and literally every single color is an exact dupe. And honestly, quality-wise, I would say that they are dupes as well. So this is from the Urban Decay Naked palette, and then this is the what's it called? The Makeup Revolution palette. Very, very, very similar, you can see. And let's swatch a few more. I mean, it honestly doesn't even matter which shades because these, I'm telling you, are exact dupes for one of another. And they are like pretty much the exact same quality. Let's swatch this blue one here at the end. My fingers are getting dirty. Very pretty. And this is Makeup Revolution. So, like you can see, literally the exact same colors, the exact same quality in my opinion, just a lot cheaper. And I feel like Makeup Revolution actually does a lot of dupes in general. Let me know if you guys would want me to do like a full face using only Makeup Revolution or something like that, because I think that would be cool just because they do so many dupes, and I feel like it would be interesting for you guys because like from this palette, it's pretty much the exact same quality as the original Urban Decay Naked palette, so I was really impressed with that and I really wanted to tell you guys about it. And then as far as like other dupes for the Naked palettes, I do highly recommend the CoverGirl True Naked palette. So this is nudes, roses, and then golden. So obviously goldens would be for the Naked 1, the roses would be Naked 3, and then this is sort of like a Naked 2 dupe a little bit, but again, just very, very good quality. I feel like they swatch pretty well. They swatch similar to like the actual Naked palettes, and they're so much cheaper, and these do come with less shades. This has 7 shades versus the original Naked palettes having 12, but I mean the shades are very, very similar, and they're just CoverGirl's so easy to find too, which I like. You know, you can go to Target, Walmart, CVS, like pretty much any drugstore is gonna have these palettes, so I do like that about the CoverGirl ones, although I feel like the Makeup Revolution are like a little bit more exact dupes. Okay, next up, I wanted to dupe a palette from Dior because I haven't actually seen many people duping palettes from, you know, very, very high-end brands like Dior, YSL, stuff like that, and I'm sure you guys are interested to hear and interested to see. So this one is the Dior 001 Eye Reviver palette, and it's actually really pretty. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's kind of just like neutrals, but a little bit metallic, if that makes sense, but still got those, you know, classic shades in there. And what I found for a dupe is this palette from Catrice. So this is the Essential Nude Collection eyeshadow palette, and again, this, I wouldn't say that this is like an exact dupe like the Makeup Revolution palette is to the Naked palette, but it is just such similar shades, and you actually get more shades in the Catrice palette than you do in the Dior palette anyways. So you can see they're just like a very similar shade range, so I definitely thought I would include it as a dupe because I think that this is a dupe. I definitely would be like, wow, that looks just like the Dior palette as far as like the shade range goes. And the quality of the shades is honestly pretty similar as well. Let me do a few swatches. So this one is Catrice right there, and then let's see Dior's. So you'll see what I'm talking about? They're very similar in the quality and also the color range. Let me swatch one of the more matte shades because I feel like mattes sometimes are like a little crazy, you know? Cleaning off my hands. Okay, so that is the Dior palette, and then this is the Catrice palette. Again, very similar in quality, very similar in color. I just feel like you would definitely be able to create similar looks, if not the exact same looks, with this palette compared to this palette. And I don't even know how much this is, honestly. I tried to like block it out of my mind, probably, but it's gonna be expensive. And this is like very, very affordable. You can buy it at Ulta, and I don't know, I feel like it's pretty much the same quality. My next dupe is for the Kylie Cosmetics Bronze palette. This was the first palette that she ever released, and I mean, I know this kind of got like slack for not having the greatest quality, but honestly, I like it. I don't really find it difficult to work with at all, and I like the color range a lot because it's neutral. There's some bronzy tones, there's a cream, there's an orange, there's a black. Like those are some really, really key shades for me, so I do like this palette, but I have found a dupe that's honestly even better in my opinion, and it is the Morphe 35 palette. So what I like, I mean, for obvious reasons, it is a lot bigger. The color range is huge, and I feel like you're just getting way more for your money. So your, you know, your dollar bills are going a lot further with this palette versus this palette. I mean, this one just looks so tiny compared to the Morphe palette. But I mean, if you look at the shades, you are getting the exact same shades. You are just getting more of them, more variety, more color selection, but like pretty much the exact same shades. You could definitely find exact dupes in this palette for the shades in this palette, plus a bajillion more. So let me do some exact dupe swatches of this, and you will see what I mean. Alrighty, so this is the orange from the Morphe palette, and then this is the orange from the Kylie palette. You can see they're like pretty much identical on the dot. Let me find the bronze. This is the Kylie palette bronze shade, and then this is the Morphe bronze shade. Again, just such similar quality, very buttery. Both of them, honestly, to me, are pretty good quality shadows. Very buttery, very pigmented, they blend out easily. I'll do a few more swatches just so you can see. Okay, this is like an exact dupe. So that is from the Kylie palette, and then this is from the Morphe palette. Like, I literally cannot even tell a difference between that one specifically, but like all of them are just so on point to me. Let me do one more. Okay, so those are a few more swatches comparing the two shades, or the two palettes I mean, and you can see they're pretty much exact dupes for the shades in the Kylie palette. Both pigmentation, blendability, both, okay. No, based off of all of these, like pigmentation, blendability, the color payoff, the quality, but even just the actual shade range, it's just so similar, and you're actually getting more in this one. So that is pretty much that for that dupe. I mean, I think that proves it pretty well. And then I do have like a few other dupes as well that I just wanted to mention. They're not palettes, but they're just more so like single shadows, and one of them is actually the Kylie Cosmetics. This was a limited edition cream shadow that she released with her birthday collection last year, and it's in the shade Rose Gold, which I thought was really pretty, and I mean, I still think it's really pretty, but I found such a good dupe. So this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour studio thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. The 24-hour color tattoo metal eyeshadows, and look how freaking similar they are. So similar, and I thought this was a really cool one just because this one was limited edition, and this you could literally find at any drugstore. So let's do a little swatch party because, I mean, you guys gotta see this. So I'll just swatch it down here right at the bottom. Alright, false alarm, I had to start fresh because it was just getting like way too much for me. But this is the Kylie shadow right here. Sorry, I gotta blend that in a little bit. And you can see it's very, very pretty, but let me show you the other one. This is the Maybelline shadow. So they are pretty much identical to each other in both formula and the actual shade. You guys know I actually love the Maybelline Color Tattoo line, like really, really genuinely love. These were one of the first eyeshadow products that I ever used, and I just still to this day find them so easy to work with, so beautiful. They stay on all day, and I mean, this is gorgeous, obviously, but it was limited edition. One, it is hard to get your hands on. Two, so I think that if you could find a dupe that looks exactly the same and wears exactly the same, or maybe even better, honestly, because these are just so long wearing, then you should definitely do so and not be a makeup hoarder like me. And my last dupe, this is actually a really exciting one because I love both of these products so much. Like, I genuinely love the dupe as much as I love the original. So the original is this Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. It's like a cream eyeshadow, and it's in the shade, I don't even know what shade this is, 5, but it's a bronzy shade. It is such a beautiful, beautiful shadow, you guys. This was definitely one of my favorite shadows for a long, long time until I discovered the dupe, but it just, it does something to me. So this is what that one looks like. I know, it's stunning. It's like genuinely stunning. One of the most beautiful bronzes you could ever find. But I do have a dupe, and you guys have heard me talk about this before because I genuinely love this product so much. I love the formula, I love the wear time, I love the color, and it is pretty much an exact dupe for the Giorgio Armani shade. So this, let me tell you what it is. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Color Tattoo Eye Chrome in the shade Bronze Sheen, and this is what it looks like. And what I like about, honestly, both of these is that once you blend them out, they are just so beautiful. I mean, this one is a little bit darker, like slightly, but you literally will not be able to tell on your eyes whatsoever. And like I was saying, what I love about both of these formulas is that you can blend it out, and that is good to go. Like one shadow and you're done. And I do this a lot, especially when I'm running late, when I'm traveling and I don't have much time. I'll literally just pop one of them on. Honestly, I go for this one more so now just because this was so expensive that like I don't really want to use it as much, and this I could just easily buy another one. So I use this one more so often than the Giorgio Armani one, to be completely honest, and I'll literally just swipe it on, blend it out a little bit into the crease, and I'm good. And there you go. Got a little bronze, smoky eye, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and on a budget. Alrighty, so those are all of the eyeshadow dupes that I have for you guys right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And it's time for our giveaway of the day. So today I've got something that I guess will like kind of go alongside your favorite eyeshadows, but I've got some Lancome goodies to give you guys. So I've got two mascaras, the brand new Monsieur Big mascara. This one, I don't think it's even released yet, but I went to their launch party and I got an extra one for you guys so I could give it away. And then I also got the, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but I think it's the Cils Booster XL Super Enhancing Mascara. Honestly, I love Lancome mascaras. They're probably one of my favorite mascara brands or like mascara formulas that I've ever tried is the ones from Lancome, and I've been loving this guy so far, like the brand new Monsieur Big, so I'm really happy that I did get an extra one so I could give it away to you guys. And I'm also going to be including a makeup remover because nobody should live their life without an eye makeup remover, and this one is bomb. I've used this for years and years and years, and my mom uses this. Like, it's a really, really good eye makeup remover, so definitely wanted to include it in the little giveaway pack. And for today's giveaway, all you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and let's see what the question should be. I never think of these beforehand, like it's always like a very like spur of the moment kind of thing inside of the video. Oh, this is easy. Comment down below your favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. Like, if you had one ride or die eyeshadow palette, what would it be? So that is all you have to do to enter. Be subscribed to my channel and then comment that answer to the question below. You guys know what I mean. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again and found it helpful. And yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying my drugstore series as well, because I've actually been really been liking it. Okay, remember, you are beautiful and signing out. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.